such that these leaders are ready to adopt Industry 5.0, which is working with cobots, something not related to robots, wherein C stands for collaborative robots. Okay, this Karyashala is a step in that direction. I congratulate the delegates for starting this journey to make India the factory of the world through automation. Thank you for choosing IIT Jamshedpur. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. I would now like to call upon Dr. N.K. Sinha, sir, Dean RNC, to guide us through his valuable words.
Respected Director Sir, Professor Gautam Sutradhar, our Chief Guest, Dr. S. Venugopal, Director of NIT Nagaland, Chief Guest and my friends Subhashish Bhaumik, Professor IST Shivpur, Guest of Honor Mr. N. Rajesh Kumar, Tata Steel, Chairman of this function, Professor Sanjay, and Head of the Electronics Department, Dr. Amit Prakash, Coordinator Dr. Jainendra Kumar, participants, media, ladies and gentlemen. So, the workshop is titled on the industry-based robotics, IoT and automations. Actually, the platform for the workshop is transmission or transformations of the knowledge from the expert and from the faculty to our students, researchers. That is the main aim. So we have to transform the knowledge. So different platform that is that we are providing in the different sections for the program under the serve and different types of the workshops. So here this program is related to the electronics and automations. So I think that is our participants will take that is the advantage of this, that is the Karyashala, and with this Karyashala is that is the learning by doing. So learning by doing, that is the practically gives that is the more maturity, more idea. Theoretically that is the in only literature, but practically you may give that is the basic concept or clarify. So I hope the participant will enjoy in this Karyashala. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I now have the distinct honor to invite on stage our Honorable Director, Dr. Gautam Sutradhar, sir, to grace us with his valuable insights and guidance. Please, sir.
Good morning, everybody. My dear colleague, Professor Venugopal, who is the right man to be the chief guest of this occasion. And I know that last 20 years he is working on robotics. He is a specialist in this subject. But unfortunately, due to the operation of the airplanes and other things, due to some issues, Sunday was totally closed down and no flights from Dimapur to any parts of the India flies. That's why he could not came. I don't know, yesterday also there was a huge rain and storm was there in Nagaland. I don't know whether internet is also working or not. Anyway, Professor Venugopal as a chief guest, Mr. Rajesh Kumar as a guest of honor, Professor Subhashish Bhaumik from IST, keynote speaker, Professor Sanjay, Professor M.K. Sinha, our Dean RNC, Professor Sharma, R.B. Sharma as a Deputy Director, Amit Prakash, Head Electronics, and other distinguished on and off the dais. Particularly, I always encourage this kind of workshops in any academy institute. It gives a chance to share our knowledges. As Professor Sinha told, it is very true. We read, but we forget. when we see, we can remember. But when I do the work on hand, that belief actually that gives you the skill, which is the need of the day. We higher education institutes, we are really lagging in that. That's why you know that there are many programs or skill has been imposed by the central government, that you try to do more stress or emphasis on the skill. As you know, from ITI to diploma, diploma to BE, BE to MTech, MTech to PhD. But the employability goes down oppositely. The employability, the highest is in ITI because of their very skill in their hands, in their field. So, the employability, if you want to improve, not only employability, but also to make them in a better in their own field, the skill should be there. If skill is not there, only bookish knowledge will not serve the purpose. So that's why this is the platform where the distinguished people from different parts of the country coming, and they are joining also, and is a scope to you, that so that you can exchange your views. Internet of Things, industrial Internet of Things, then robotics, then collaborative robot who are working with the people now, which is known as cobot. So all these are the things which you have to think that these are the need of the day. You have to learn to exist in your profession. So I hope that this kind of workshop, and particularly this workshop, is sponsored by SERB, Science Engineering Research Board. So I definitely advise to all younger faculties to apply for such kind of program, so that many Karyashalas could be done for the benefit of the fraternity, academic fraternity of NIT Jamshedpur. So thank you very much for inviting me in this occasion, and I hope that this program will be full of success, and near future I know that there are 1 or 2 other workshops is also there in the same platform. But one suggestion is that try to start in time and end in time, because the people who are coming here, there may be some other commitments and we will miss that commitment. So that's why my advice is that you take your time. If it's 9:30, make it be positive on 9:30. If you are not very sure, make it 10:30, no issue. But the thing is that whatever you will declare the time, try to maintain the time, okay? Because it's actually depends on the perception of the not only institute or overall, okay? So it's a teamwork. I know many constants are there, but this is a learning. This is a process of learning, that how you can organize the thing before 9:30 is one of the lesson to learn. So thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful speech. We are privileged to have with us today our esteemed guest of honor, Professor S. Bhaumik, sir, from IIEST Shibpur. It is my honor to invite him on stage and enlighten us with his valuable insights and knowledge.
Honorable Director, Professor Gautam Sutradhar, Honorable Director, Professor S. Venugopal, Mr. N. Rajesh, Professor M. K. Shina, Professor Sanjay, Professor Jagendra Kumar, all the other faculty members present over here, students, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for me to be present here today among all of you in the inauguration programs on IoT, robotics, and industrial automations. We have all heard about Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, Industry 3.0, and now we are passing through the Industry 4.0. So if you see the introductions of automation, it started in 18th century with the mechanizations of mechanical systems. After that, in the second generations of industrial automation, Industry 2.0, there was an introduction of automations in the inline process, mainly basically the assembly process. And the third industrial revolutions, it was the introductions of digital manufacturing. And now we are passing through the Industry 4.0, where this concept of IoT, AR, VR, and then data mining, AI/ML, all these has been clubbed together. Now, as Honorable Director Sir has already mentioned, that mainly our programs, academic programs, are of theoretical in nature. But if you see the objective of NIP, National Education Policy, NEP, then you will find that along with the theoretical knowledge, government is trying to provide a skill. So whenever a student will pass out with the formal degree, so at that time the students will have not only the theoretical knowledge, but the students will also have the practical experiences, practical skill-based knowledge. I think all of you have heard that IIT Chennai, they have introduced two programs. Very recently they have introduced two programs in the online basis. One is in the computer field, another they are introducing electronics. So these particular program, these two programs are called as a bachelor's programs, BS programs, Bachelor of Science, equivalent to the BE or the BTech program. But the main emphasis that has been given in these particular programs is the skill development. So they are giving the basic degree, bachelor's degree in engineering with the skill development. And probably it has been understood by all of us right now that the skill development part has been neglected for the last 50 years. This is good that we have already started these skill development programs, and DST has given a special emphasis, and all these Karyashala, they are basically for the skill developments, hands-on practice-based program, practice-based sessions like. So these particular programs, IoT, robotics, and industrial automations, they are all interconnected like. So you cannot segregate one from the other. So I hope that for this week, 5 days, throughout these 5 days, different experts will give you the knowledge, theoretical knowledge, and the practical expertise that is required in this particular field. And some new concept, new idea will come out. Okay. So this is not only that IoT and robotics and industrial automations, but there are some other fields that there which are all connected, basically strongly connected with this particular field. And I hope that all the experts will share their knowledge and expertise, and you will have a good amount of knowledge and skill developments or practice-based knowledge that you will gather from this 5 days program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. We are honored to have with us our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. N. Rajesh Kumar, sir, Chief of One Shared Services Technology Group at Tata Steel Limited. I now invite him to share his valuable insights with us.
Hello, am I audible? Good morning to everyone. Uh, Dr. Venugopal, who is joining online, Professor Sutradhar, Dr. Sanjay, Dr. Jayendra, Dr. Amit, distinguished faculties, my dear students and participants. It's my privilege to be here on the inaugural session of this Karyashala on robotics, IoT, and automation as emerging technologies. So I came here as a substitute player, let me admit that. It was a last minute short of a call. I am basically from a mechanical engineering background. So we keep on, hearing all these words, technologies. Today, in any forum, if somebody says it's a technology sector, then what do we exactly understand? Most of the times when we say today that the technology sector, when it is being talked about, it is being talked about IT, right? So sometimes I do get that inferiority complex. I'm a mechanical engineer. Am I not a technology person or technocrat? But today, but then it gives me one positive feeling is that if I remember a few years back, one of my senior told me, Rajesh, तुम जानते हो कि during his times, किसको engineers बोला जाता था, especially in Bihar. So he said when I joined IIT, he was from IIT, I think IIT Kharagpur. He said I've joined in IIT Kharagpur as a mechanical engineer. So उसके गांव वालों ने कहा कि ये कौन सा engineering है? It was in 60s. उस समय सिर्फ civil engineer को engineer बोला जाता था, especially in Bihar. So if you are a civil engineer, then you are an engineer. All other engineering are no engineers. But see how the things change. But today when we talk about technology, it's not only people who are connected with information technology or computer engineering. They also need people who are experts in the domain, which is people like us, like mechanical engineers, civil engineers, electrical engineers. It doesn't mean that industries or the world do not need them. When all of them get together, then we create a kind of synergy which will be really helpful to the entire society. And that is what we are today calling is a time when we are trying to integrate all sorts of skills, knowledge, wherein information technology, robotics, data analytics is creating a sort of ecosystem where we are trying to maximize our productivity, where we are trying to maximize our efficiency, improve safety, improve environment, which is a major challenge in front of us today, and sort of improve in general as a standard of living for the entire mankind. So when I see this subject, first is robotic, second is IoT, and third is automation. But when I try to understand it, then I find that automation is something which is one of the oldest thing which we have heard of, and I think it was sometime in 1700 somebody mentioned also, 1785, when the first automatic flour mill was developed. So the word automatic is something which is the oldest out of all these three. Now sometimes since I am from a steel industry and I have been privileged enough to be part of the changes which have happened in the last 35 years, wherein I have seen a fully manual systems to today almost IT-based systems. And in between, sometimes we have also seen the changes in the things coming like PLC, level 1 automation, level 2 automation, and all these things. So we all know, the people from electronics background all know what is level 1, level 2, level 3 automation. And we are in a situation where today level 2 is almost considering to be assumed to be part of any systems if we bring in today. What we are talking about is today level 3, level 4 systems, where we are again trying to integrate all these technologies, and IT playing a major role out of this. Now, second, what I see is robotics. Again, robotics is something which is in the 1950s. If I have gone through the Google, and it is Unimate was the first robot which was created in 1954 by General Motors. But why robotics have not taken that scale up in some of the industries which are big in nature? For example, power plants, steel plants, or let's say chemical industry, glass industry. These are the major backbone of any nation, oil and gas. Today I was talking to Professor Bhaumik on this subject. We had a time to discuss about it, that in spite of so old technology, why robotics have not taken scale up in these industries, which are heavy infrastructure industries? Well, we can always debate and discuss why it has not taken place, but the point is there is a scope. What I am saying is that there is a lot of scope in these industries. In summary, what I can say is that these industries are really, really very complex and complicated. These are not like, all of you know that robotics are widely used where the activities are more general in nature, repetitive in nature, where you know every time you know what to do. If you take humans into considerations, people get bored and the efficiencies drop. Right? And that's why, and they can work 24 hours and they can work accurately. Whereas humans, after working for some times get tired and they start making errors. And that's why we have a system of 8 hours of working hours, because after 8 hours our brains do not work efficiently. I mean, that is the concept. But robotics are not humans, right? So why it has not taken shape? Because these industries are really complex. There are a lot of variabilities. There are thousands of variabilities which are playing a role in from raw material, from mines till the finished products of coils and billets and slabs and strips or rods. So possibly that is one of the reasons, but I would not completely rule out that it has not worked. Maybe in the mainstream processes, we still do not see. It's not only in India. Mind it, it's not that in India this is not happening. I have been privileged enough to see some of the industries abroad also, steel industry, big industry in Japan, in Korea, in Germany, in our own Netherlands. Tata Steel has its own unit in Netherlands. But frankly speaking, I have not seen much of an application of robotics in the mainstream processes of steel companies. But nevertheless, I have seen the applications in some of the pockets wherein, like labs, you can definitely see the applications of robotics in labs. You can see the applications in some of the work which are more repetitive, like for machine tools. Some of the companies have machine tools. We have our own machine tools, where you can definitely see some of the applications: grinding, lathe machine, turning, boring, etc. But not in the mains. So there we see a lot of scope. Because some of the activities are really very hazardous, and we keep on hearing some of the incidents which are happening where we do not want a human interference because of the reason of hazard because of high hot metal temperatures, steel, liquid steels, handling, etc. So there we are strongly looking for a robotics application. And the third and final is IoT. Now IoT is something which we also keep getting confused many a times. I belong to an old conventional engineering background. So sometimes I also try to go through some of the basic concepts of IoT. But what is IoT? I think you know better than me. But what I try to understand is interconnection of all physical assets. It's more of a communication, getting the data, analyzing the data, and then trying to find out or optimize the systems. And with IoT, one word we keep on adding, and that is smart. So wherever there is an application of IoT, we add a word called smart. For example, today we have smart homes. Have you heard smart homes? What is smart home? Smart home, it's autonomous systems. I mean, it's maintaining its own temperature, sunlight. Your washing machine starts on its own whenever there are clothes, so you don't interfere a lot. Even I heard in agriculture, we keep on hearing smart vehicles, right? Smart vehicles. There we see a lot of applications in IoT. Then pollution control. There also there's a lot of possibilities of IoT in pollution control. Smart cities. We keep on hearing, yes, smart city ban jayega. Now what exactly smart cities are? What exactly smart cities are going to have different than what in Jamshedpur is? Waste management is one of the biggest challenge in front of us for smart cities. Smart buildings, smart street lights, all these are smart. Smart retails. So I think this is one of the most popular and common applications which we see today. The moment you open today Amazon or Flipkart or any retail, you get the products of your own choice, right? And how does it happen? What do they do? They definitely are trying to get all the data which you are trying to browse, and then they do some machine learning, analytics, and they throw you all the products of your interest, and suddenly you realize ये तो हम देखे ही नहीं थे, हमको कैसे पता लग रहा है, right? You must have all realized this. And this is one of the biggest applications we see today, retails. So in conclusion, what I'm trying to conclude is from where I started. The technology is breaking all the barriers of knowledge, especially in this era of information technology. So we cannot say that we are mechanical engineers, we don't want to learn computer. Or let's say, we cannot say that I am a civil engineer, I don't want to understand IT. It cannot happen. It has to be, right? At the same time, an IT or computer cannot say that this is my field, I want to create a barrier here. I don't want to learn about how the steel is made or how the vehicle is manufactured. They have to. So we have to sort of collaborate, and there will be always a kind of a knowledge and skill which will be overlapping amongst all these functions, all these skills and knowledges. And then only we can create a better world for the human beings. And so long, I would say, the human brains keep on working, things will keep on evolve. It never stops. And in this area, in this era of information technology, I think the possibilities are endless. And for all those participants who are participating in this Karyashala, we are fortunate to have that today India is in very, very sweet spot, although we are the most populous country now, but going by all the surveys and analysis says that we are in a very, very sweet spot, and the world is looking at us for all the innovations across all the domain. So my best wishes to all the participants in this Karyashala, and my best wishes for a successful workshop. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. I would like to mention about Ritika. Ritika is the call for initiation and practice in science through training and skill internship. This program aims to provide opportunities to promising students from universities and colleges to get exposure and hands-on research skill development experiences that has started from 8 July to 17 July. 8 June to 17 July. We would now have the privilege of presenting the mementos to our esteemed dignitaries who have graced us with their presence. I would like to call upon Dr. Amit Prakash sir to acknowledge and give the mementos to our honorable dignitaries. Yes. To our honorable director sir, Professor Gautam Sudhadhar sir. Esteemed Chairman of Karyashala, Professor Sanjay sir. Dean RNC, Dr. N.K. Sinha sir. Coordinator Dr. Jain Kumar sir. Our guest of honor Professor S. Bhamak sir. And Mr. N. Rajesh Kumar sir.
Thank you, sirs. May I now kindly request Dr. Jayendra Kumar sir, the coordinator of Karyashala, to please come up on stage and deliver the vote of thanks.
मंच पे आसीन माननीय निदेशक महोदय, विशिष्ट अतिथि प्रोफेसर भौमिक and Mr. Rajesh Kumar and Rajesh Kumar from Tata Steel, Professor Sanjay and Adhishata Research and Consultancy Dr. Professor M.K. Sinha sir, सामने विराजमान हमारे डिप्टी डायरेक्टर सर आर.पी. शर्मा सर एंड मौजूद हमारे विभाग अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर अमित प्रकाश सर, अन्य प्रोफेसर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डिपार्टमेंट डॉक्टर अखिलेश सर एंड कुणाल, मयंक राउत, आप सबों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इस प्रोग्राम में आने के लिए। लेकिन मैं एक 2-4 मिनट आपका और लेना चाहता हूं प्रोग्राम खत्म करने के पहले। इसी बीच में चूंकि मुझे अभी बारी मिली है कि जो हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट हैं, मैं सबका 2 से 4 मिनट लूंगा। मैं थोड़ा सा चाहता हूं कि उनका एक इंट्रोडक्शन हो जाए इस बीच कि कौन अपना नाम और कहां से आए, अपना कॉलेज और अपना शहर का नाम बताएं बारी बारी से उस साइड से, ताकि उनका इंट्रोड्यूस भी हो जाए। प्लीज फ्रॉम दैट साइड जितने भी कार्यशाला और वृत्तिका के जो हमारे, जैसा कि मालूम है इसमें 2 प्रोग्राम, एक कार्यशाला जिसका आज शुभारंभ है और वृत्तिका एक ट्रेनिंग एंड इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम था जिसका शुभारंभ ऑलरेडी 8 जून को हो चुका था, लेकिन उसका भी ऑफिशियल इनॉग्रेशन हम लोग आज ही कर रहे हैं दोनों प्रोग्राम का। तो दोनों पार्टिसिपेंट से निवेदन है कि बारी बारी से खड़े होकर बस काफी सिर्फ अपना नाम और कॉलेज का नाम लेते हुए अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दें प्लीज। हाँ, माइक दे दो, माइक दे दो।
ताकि हमारे जो अतिथि हैं वो जाने कि हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट, क्योंकि अभी तक वो परिचय नहीं हुआ था, हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट कहाँ से आए हैं। अरे क्या हो?
My name is Avinash Das. I am from FM University, Baleswar, Odisha.
My name is Balram Behra from FM University, Baleswar.
My name is Vikas Jangre and I am from Guru Ghansdas University, Bilaspur.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ramkrish Prajapati. I am from Central University of Rajasthan, Ajmer.
Good morning, sir. I am Bablu Kumar, Central University Rajasthan, Ajmer.
Good morning, sir. I am Prashant Kumar. I am from IIT Durgapur.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Vijay Sarasbut. I am from IIT Durgapur, and it's my privilege to attend this Karyashala on industry automation-based robotics. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I am Nitish Kumar Mohalla from NIT Bhopal.
I am Nikita Yadav from NIT Bhopal.
Myself Hapna Gupta from NIT Bhopal.
Good morning all. My name is Muzammil Khan and I am from NIT Bhopal.
Myself Rashekar Kutadi, BVRT from Hyderabad.
I'm Vinati from BVRIT Hyderabad.
I'm Akshaya BVRIT from Hyderabad.
Good morning everyone. I am Gaurav Guru from the ICP University, Raipur.
Already joined. Okay.
I am Rishi Kumar Jha, Triple IT Bhagalpur, from Triple IT Bhagalpur.
Now conclude, JK.
Okay, sir. Sir, है online.
Sorry to say, our chief guest, Dr. S. Venugopal, has joined already. So he's joined.
Please.
काफी दिक्कतों के बाद उन्हें आखिर सर को सफलता मिली, क्योंकि वहाँ थोड़ा सा काफी प्रॉब्लम था. सो मैं यस. ओके सर, वेलकम सर.
सर आपका माइक
सर
Sir, mic. Hello, sir. Hello.
Namaskar, sir.
Yes.
yes, sir.
I apologize for joining late because here heavy rain and completely dislocated. Somehow we could manage. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir, please.
Okay.
हाँ सर, यस सर. नहीं presentation नहीं sir, you just माने as a guest sir you speak something 5 minute speech for yes sir. Yes sir, yes sir, you can speak sir. For inaugural ceremony. Yes, sir.
Good morning to all. Honorable Director of NIT Jamshedpur, Professor Sudhar, Chief Guest, Mr. Jayato, convener of this conference, delegates, my dear colleagues, good morning to all. At the outset, I thank the authorities, especially Professor Sudhar, for giving me an opportunity to be with you on this morning. I would like to come, but due to some other disruption, I could not come. Apologies for the same. And also, I am joining late because of some technical issues regarding the connectivity. I apologize for the delay in joining me also. Please pardon me. So the automation is one of the important tasks in the future of the industries depends on automation. Here there is a wrong concept that automation will reduce the manpower. Actually, that is not correct. My experience, if you take in Chennai Central Station in 1970s, there are only 26 reservation counters that operates only two shifts. That is totally they are engaged about 60 to 70 people for manual reservation system for rail, and also a lot of communication for connecting train. We have to get the telegraphic message and wait. When the HCL is interested in making this automation in ticketing system, at the time the unions have objected that automation will reduce the manpower, so we cannot. But the HCL chairman told we will issue the ticket instead of we are charging anything, we will pay rupees for the ticket to Southern Railway. Then the first they have started the computer reservation center. You see now, you see very big building, more than 2,000 counters are there in Chennai reservation, and employing 3 shifts and employing more than 50,000 people, direct as well as indirect. Earlier we got manpower, now more number of manpower due to automation, and also per day the rebuild itself more than 2 crores. If you see refunding at that amount by any government system with the GFR and all, is there any issue?
No, sir, no, sir.
If the GFR and all, very difficult to disperse 2 crores within one day. So you see the automation benefit and spread throughout the country, and you see the railway we are enjoying this automated booking system. Even now it came to home. That's why the automation is increasing the high-tech manpower. It won't reduce us anyway that manpower involvement. That is a classical example I have seen in my life. Then the future of the industries, we have to many industries we have said earlier that the industrial revolution we have made that machines for increasing the productivity. And for World War I and World War II, what happened? We are going for the development of weapon and light vehicles. So you see from that the industrial revolution, India has not taken active role. Only a few kings has purchased the printing press and started printing books in the industrial revolution. But for spinning mills and all, we could not purchase spinning mills, engines, and powers. But later on only, slowly we have picked up. Then in First World War and Second World War, because of that our freedom struggle, we are not able to utilize that industrial part of the benefit out of the industry, benefit out from the what was the industry we could not be able to make use of it. Whereas you see in technologies, IT era, India has utilized it very well, and it is more competitive with other nations and produces huge. The future is going to be in robotics, automation. That is the first important thing is going to the industry. Another 10 years, these robots and automation systems will rule our country. Not only production of the components, but also in our real life. What now see automation in railway ticket booking, how helped us. Automation in all the fee collection and everything helped us. Like that, not only made towards production, but also for everyday life. Even these robots will going to conquer in our life another 10 years. And we should equip for that. And you see other technologies, that green technology, one of the green technology, we have to utilize the nuclear power is the basic guarantee for reducing the carbon emission. So in that case, we require automation system for realizing the nuclear power to our country in large scale. That is nanomaterials, that another going to rule, and the 3D printing technology, that batteries. All these technologies require this automation in very large depend on that. And one interesting thing is the automation industries won't require, robotics and automation industries won't require heavy investment. A cluster of a small group with very good brain power, frontal brain power is able to make these industries very well. So our next era that the automation and robotics is going to rule the country or the world another 10 years. So better to equip it. It's at that Jamshedpur, NIT Jamshedpur is started this work. They have done so much I have seen steel plants, but now for common life also we have to develop our robots. With this, I hope that they may come up with good solutions, and also the main manpower training. In automation industries, we require multidisciplinary. That is particularly the person capable of computer science, AI, IoT and all. Definitely we are orienting the syllabus towards under the leadership of definitely it will take shape, and Professor Sutra has got a blend of industry as well as academic side. So this automation side definitely takes this issue very well, and all will work for that. With this small introduction, I am concluding my address. I urge the researchers and students to take part in this development of devices as well as research in this high-tech area of automation and robotics. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful speech. We would now like to honor our esteemed dignitaries with presents as a token of our appreciation and respect towards them. For this, I now call upon Dr. Amit Prakash sir and Dr. Prashant sir to give away the presents to our Honorable Director, Professor Gautam Sutradhar sir.
सर ये विदाई है सर. अभी तक तो जस्ट स्मृति चिन्ह था, आप विदाई कर रहे हैं. और मैं वेणुगोपाल सर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप हमारे बीच पधारे, किसी तरह बहुत मुश्किल से बहुत सर का आखिरी वक्त पे हमारे चीफ गेस्ट हमारे बीच आया, बहुत खुशी की बात. और दुख इस बात का है कि सर हमारे बीच फिजिकल मोड में प्रकट नहीं हुए. सर का स्मृति चिन्ह है, वेणुगोपाल सर का स्मृति चिन्ह है, उन्हें उनके गंतव्य पर पहुंच जाएगा. हमारी टीम उन्हें जो स्मृति चिन्ह होती है जो दिया जाता है कहीं भी उनके पास पहुंचा दिया जाएगा. नेक्स्ट.
To our esteemed guest of honors, Professor S. Bhaumik sir. To our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. N. Rajesh Kumar sir. to our esteemed chairman of Karyashala, Professor Sanjay sir, and to our respected Dean RNC, N.K. Sinha sir. Thank you, sirs. As we come to the end of this remarkable event, it is customary to honor our nation and express our unwavering patriotism by standing together for the national anthem. I now kindly request everyone to rise for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. I now kindly request all the esteemed dignitaries and guests to gather in front of the stage for a group photo.